407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Abraham Lincoln.
As to the history of the revolution, my ideas may be peculiar, perhaps singular. What do we mean by the revolution? The war? That was no part of the revolution. It was only an effect and consequence of it. The revolution was in the minds of the people, and this was effected before a drop of blood was shed. John Adams, August 24, 1815.
Know what precious blessings they are in possession of, and which no other people on earth enjoy. Thomas Jefferson.
is called a disgrace. That two are called a law firm. And that three or more become a Congress. By God, I have had this Congress. For 10 years, King George and his Parliament have gulled, cullied, and diddled these colonies with their illegal taxes. Stamp Acts, Townshend Acts, Sugar Acts, Tea Acts. And when we dared stand up like men, they stopped our trade, seized our ships, blockaded our ports, burned our towns, and spilled our blood, and still, this Congress will not grant any of my proposals on independence, even so much as the courtesy of open debate. Good God, what in hell are they waiting for?
Sit down, John! Sit down, John! For God's sake, John! Sit down! Sit down, John! Sit down, John! For God's sake, John! Sit down!
Well, not to open up a window.
It's 90 degrees. Have mercy, John, please. It's hot as hell in Philadelphia.
Not to open up a window.
I say vote yes! Vote yes! Vote for independency!
Let's open up the window.
I say vote yes!
Sit down, John.
Vote for independency! Open up a window!
No, no, no. Too many flies. Too many flies. But it's hot as hell in Philadelphia. Can we compromise here?
Vote yes!
No, too many flies here.
Vote yes!
Oh, for God's sake, John, sit down.
Good God, consider yourselves fortunate that you have John Adams to abuse, for no sane man would tolerate it.
John, you're you're aboard. We covered this before. Now for God's sake, John, sit down.
I say vote yes!
No!
Vote yes!
No!
Vote for independency!
Someone ought to open up a window.
I say vote yes!
Sit down, John.
Vote for independency! Will someone shut that man up? Never! Never! Dear God! One solid year, for 1 year doing nothing! I do believe you played a curse on North America. A curse that we here now rehearse in Philadelphia. A second flood, a simple famine, plagues of locusts everywhere, or a cataclysmic earthquake, I'd accept with some despair. But no, you sent us Congress. Good God, sir, was that fair? I say this with humility in Philadelphia, with your responsibility in Philadelphia. If you don't want to see us hanging on some far-off British hill, if you don't want the voice of independency, whatever still, then God, sir, get me to it, for Congress never will. You see me piddle, twiddle, and resolve, not one damn thing do we solve. Piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Nothing's ever solved in foul, vetted, fuming, foggy, filthy Philadelphia.
Someone ought to open up a window.
Oh, shut up!
I now call the Congress's attention to the petition of Mr. Melchior Meng, who claims $20 compensation for a dead mule. It seems the animal was employed transporting luggage in the service of the Congress.
The question shall be one of occasion, for if the mule had expired not while carrying, but after being unloaded, then surely the beast must have dropped dead on its own time.
Good God! They may sit here for years and years in Philadelphia. These indecisive grenadiers of Philadelphia. They can't agree on what is right or wrong, or what is good and bad. I'm convinced the only purpose this Congress ever had was to gather here specifically to drive John Adams mad. See me piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Not one damn thing do we solve. Piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Nothing's ever solved in foul, vetted, fuming, fucking, filthy Philadelphia.
John, is that you carrying on? John!
Oh, Abigail! Abigail, I have such a desire to knock heads together.
I know, my dearest, I know. But that's because you make everything so complicated. It's all quite simple, really. Listen, just tell the Congress to declare independency. Then sign your name, get out of there, and hurry home to me. The children all have dysentery. Little Tom keeps turning blue. Little Abby has the measles, and I'm coming down with flu. They say we may get smallpox.
Madam, what else is new? Abigail, in my last letter to you, I told you that the king had gathered 12,000 German mercenaries to send against us. I asked you to organize the lady and make saltpeter for gunpowder. Have you done as I've asked?
No, John, I have not.
Why have you not?
Because you neglected to tell us how saltpeter is made.
By treating sodium nitrate with potassium chloride, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
Will it be done then?
I'm afraid we have a more urgent problem, John.
More urgent, madam?
Yes. There's one thing every woman's missed in Massachusetts Bay. Don't smirk at me, you egotist peg. Heed to what I say. We've gone from Framingham to Boston, and we cannot find a pin. Don't you know there's a war on, says each tradesman of the grin? Well, we will not make saltpeter until you send us pins.
Pins, madam! Saltpeter!
Pins.
Saltpeter!
Pins.
Saltpeter!
Pins.
So Peter!
Yes.
Peter!
Yes.
Peter!
Yes.
Peter!
Yes.
Peter!
Yes.
Done, madam, done.
Done, John. I'll hurry home at once.
As soon as I'm able.
Don't stop writing, it's all I have.
Every day, my dearest friend.
Till then, I am as I ever was and ever shall be.
Yours, 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 yours. So Peter,
For God's sake, John,
Franklin! Franklin! Where in God's name were you when I needed you?
Right here, John, being preserved for posterity. Do you like it? It stinks. As ever, the soul of tact,
The man's no Botticelli.
and the subject no Venus.
Franklin, you heard what I suffered in there?
And of course I heard along with the rest of Philadelphia. Lord, your voice is piercing, John.
Well, I wish to heaven my arguments were. Good God, Franklin, when will they make up their minds? With one hand, they can raise an army, dispatch one of their own to lead it, and share the news from Bunker's Hill.
But with the other, they wave the olive branch, begging the king for a happy and permanent reconciliation.
Why, damn it, Fat George has declared us a rebellion. Why, bloody hell can they?
Oh, John, really? You talk as if independence were the rule. It's never been done before. No colony has ever broken from the parent stem in the history of the world.
Damn it, Franklin, you make us sound treasonous.
Do I? Treason. Treason is a charge invented by winners as an excuse for hanging the losers.
I have more to do than stand here listening to you quote yourself.
No, that was a new one.
Ah, damn it, Franklin, we're at war.
To defend ourselves, nothing more. We expressed our displeasure, the English moved against us, and we in return have resisted. Now our fellow congressmen wish to effect a reconciliation before it becomes a war.
Reconciliation? My ass. The people want independence.
Ah, the people have read Mr. Paine's Common Sense. I doubt the Congress has. John, why don't you give it up? Nobody listens to you. You're obnoxious and disliked.
I'm not promoting John Adams, I'm promoting independence.
Evidently, they cannot help connecting the two.
What are you suggesting?
Let someone else in Congress propose.
Never!
No.
Why? Who'd you have in mind?
Oh, I don't know. I really hadn't given it much thought.
You sent for me, Benjamin?
Never!
Hello, Johnny.
Richard, John and I need some advice.
If it's mine to give, it's yours. You know, like.
Why, thank you, Richard. As you know, the cause that we support has come to a complete standstill. Now, what do you think that the reason is?
Simple. Johnny here is obnoxious and disliked.
Yes, that's true, but what's the solution, I wonder?
Get someone else in Congress to propose.
Richard, that's brilliant. Wasn't that brilliant, John?
Brilliant?
Yes. Now the question remains, who can it be? The man we need must belong to a delegation publicly committed to support independence, and at the present time, only Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Delaware have declared our way.
That's Virginia, Benji. Don't forget Virginia.
Oh, I haven't, Richard. How could I? But, strictly speaking, although Virginia's views on independence are well known, your legislature in Williamsburg has
has never formally authorized his delegation here in Congress to support the cause. Now, if we could think of a Virginian with enough influence to go down there and persuade the House of Burgesses.
Damn me if I haven't thought of someone!
Who?
Me!
Why didn't I think of that?
I'll leave tonight! Well, head out right now if you like. I'll stop off at Stratford just long enough to refresh the missus. And then straight to the matter. Virginia, the land that gave us our glorious commander-in-chief, George Washington, will now give the continent its proposal on independence. And when Virginia proposes, the South is bound to follow. And where the South goes, the middle colonies go. Gentlemen, a salute to Virginia, the mother of American independence.
Incredible, we're free and he hasn't even left yet! What makes you so sure you can do it?
My name is Richard Henry Lee, Virginia is my home. My name is Richard Henry Lee, Virginia is my home. And may my horses turn to glue if I can't deliver up to you a resolution on independency. For I am FFV, the first family in the sovereign colony of Virginia. Yes, the FFV, the oldest family in the oldest colony in America. And may the British burn my land if I can't deliver to your hand a resolution on independency. You see, it's herely, verily, everywhere socially,
Political, financial, natural,
internal,
internal,
FFV, the first family in the sovereign colony of Virginia. And may my wife refuse my bed if I can't deliver, as I said, a resolution on independency.
spoken modestly, God help us.
He will, John, he will. They say that God in heaven is everybody's God.
Amen.
I'll admit that God in heaven is everybody's God. But I tell you, John, with pride, God leans a little on the side of the Lees of old Virginia. You see, it's herely, verily, everywhere a Lee, herely, verily, everywhere a Lee. Look out, there's Arthur Lee, Bobby Lee, and General Light Horse Harry Lee, Willie Lee, Jesse Lee,
And Richard H.
that's me. And may my blood stop running blue if I can't deliver up to you a resolution on independency. Yes, sir, I got it. Herely, verily, come on, boys, join in with me. Herely, verily,
When do you leave?
immediately. Herely, verily,
When will you return?
shortly. Herely, verily, and I'll come back triumphantly.
Verily, verily,
Everywhere I lead, forward!
that was the most revolting display I've ever witnessed.
They're a warm-blooded people, Virginians.
Not him, Franklin, you! You and your infernal obsession for deviousness. If you just come right and asked him straight, we'd been gone half an hour ago.
Oh, cheer up, John. At this very moment, our cause is again riding high, sitting straight in the saddle, and in full gallop for Virginia!
And our women are full bosom,
Full bosom?
full bosom, bitchy, everyone a queen. Why, they are Lees, damn it, the Lees of old Virginia. Yes, sir, I got it. Herely, verily, come on, don't stand by. Herely, verily, everywhere a Lee, forward. Oh!
Yes? Dr. Lyman Hall, new representative from Georgia.
I'm Andrew McNair, Congressional Custodian. And if you've been wanting anything at all, just holler out McNair, as you'll hear the others do, and and they won't be too long to wait.
And where does the Georgia delegation belong?
Well, they mill about over at that corner near the two Carolinas.
It's after 10. I was told the Congress convenes at 10.
They'll be along any minute now, sir, with old Grape and Guts leading the pack.
Old Rule.
McNair!
Grape and Guts.
Fetch me a mug of rum!
Now, Mr. Hopkins, you'll be pleased to meet Dr. Lyman Hall.
I don't need a doctor,
And
Dan.
you, delegate from Georgia.
Why'd you say so? Stephen Hopkins, old delegate from Rhode Island. McNair, 2 bucks a rum.
Oh, no, I'm afraid it's a little early in the day.
Nonsense, nonsense. It's a medicinal fact that rum gets a man's heart started in the morning. I didn't know that. Speaking as the oldest man in Congress.
Ben Franklin's
The
older.
rum! So, tell me, Doctor, where does Georgia stand on the question of independence?
With South Carolina, of course.
Good morning, Nettie. Shake the hand of Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia. Doctor, this here is Edward Rutledge of whichever Carolina he says he's from. God knows I can't keep him straight.
It's a pleasure, Dr. Hall.
Your servant, Mr. Wells.
McNair!
The rum.
Oh, go for it, man. Jamaica?
Where does Georgia stand on independence at the present time, Dr. Hall?
I'm here without instruction, able to vote my own personal convictions.
And they are,
There's
Dr. Hall, the Deep South speaks with one voice. It is traditional. Even more, sir, it is historic. Enter Delaware. Tria Yucta in Uno.
Speckland, Rutledge, you know I cannot follow none of your damn French.
Latin, Colonel McKean, a tribute to the eternal peace and harmony of the Delaware delegation.
What do you say, man? You know perfectly well. Neither Rodney nor I can stand this little Bart.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia. Caesar Rodney, Colonel Thomas McKean, George Reed.
Where do you stand on independence, sir?
Oh, well, it's South Carolina, so it seems.
I leave the doctor in your excellent company, gentlemen.
Tell me, sir, would you be a doctor of medicine or theology?
Why both, sir? Which one can be of service?
By all means, the physician first. Then we shall see about the other.
Certainly, I'll call at your convenience.
I trust, Caesar, when you're through converting the poor fellow to independency, that you'll give the opposition a fair crack at him.
You're too late, John. Once I get them, they're gone. Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia, Mr. John Dickinson of Pennsylvania.
In honor, sir.
Your servant, Mrs. Dickens.
Judge Wilson, forgive me, but how can anyone see you if you insist on standing in Mr. Dickinson's shadow? James Wilson, also of Pennsylvania.
Sir, in honor, sir.
Will you get out of my way, please? Good morning, all.
Lord, do you have the honor to be Dr. Franklin?
I have that honor. Unfortunately, the gout accompanies that honor.
Then what did you lie again, huh, Pappy?
Oh, Stephen, I wish King George felt like my big toe all over.
McNair, fetch him a pillow and 2 mugs of rum.
Well, Franklin, where's that idiot Pete? Is he back yet? I don't see him.
Softly, John, your voice is hurting my foot.
One more day. That's how long I'll remain silent, not a minute longer. Strutting, Papa J was so damn sure of himself. He's had time to return with a dozen proposals by now.
Tell me, James, how do you explain the strange, monumental quietude that Congress has been treated to these past 30 days? Has the ill wind of independence finally blown itself out?
You ask me.
For myself, I must confess that a month free from New England noise is more therapeutic than a month in the country. Don't you agree, James?
I would have to say.
Mr. Adams, pray, good for your voice, sir. We cannot be far, and God knows we need the entertainment in this Congress.
Congratulations, John. You've just made your greatest contribution to independence. You kept your flap shut.
Gentlemen, the usual morning festivities concluded, I will now call the Congress to order. Mr. Thompson.
The Second Continental Congress meeting in the city of Philadelphia is now in session. 7 June, 1776, 380th meeting.
Sweet Jesus.
Honorable John Hancock of Massachusetts Bay, President.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Mr. McNair, the stores of rum and other drinking spirits are hereby closed to the colony of Rhode Island for a period of 3 days.
John, you can't do that!
Sit down, Mr. Hopkins. You've abused the privilege. The chair takes this opportunity to welcome Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia to this Congress. Hopes he will make the best of it. My God, it's hot. The secretary will read the roll.
All members present with the following exceptions. Mr. Charles Carroll of Maryland, Mr. Samuel Adams of Massachusetts, Mr. Button Gwynedd of Georgia, Mr. George White, and Mr. Richard Henry Lee of Virginia, and the entire delegation of New Jersey.
I am concerned over the continued absence of 1/13 of this Congress. Where is New Jersey?
Somewhere between New York and Pennsylvania.
Yes, thank you very much. Dr. Franklin, have you heard anything? Your son resides there.
Son, sir? What son?
The Royal Governor of New Jersey, sir.
As that title might suggest, sir, we are not in touch at the present time.
Yes, well, the weather report. Mr. Jefferson of Virginia. Mr. Jefferson.
Present, sir.
May we hear about the weather, as if it weren't speaking for itself?
87 degrees of temperature, 30.6 inches of mercury. Winds from the southwest for the rest of the day, and tonight, well, tonight I'm headed for home.
Well, on business.
Family business.
Give her a good one for me, young fella.
Yes, sir, I will.
From the Commander, Army of the United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1137.
Sweet Jesus.
To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. It is with grave apprehension that I have learned this day of the sailing from Halifax, Nova Scotia, of a considerable force of British troops in the company of foreign mercenaries and under the command of General Sir William Howe. There can be no doubt that their destination is New York, for to take and hold this city and the Hudson Valley beyond would serve to separate New England from the other colonies, permitting both sections to be crushed in turn. Sadly, I see no way of stopping them at the present time, as my army is absolutely falling apart. My military chest is totally exhausted. My commissary general has strained his credit to the last. My quartermaster has no food, no arms, no ammunition, and my troops are in a state of near mutiny. I pray God some relief arise before the Armada, but fear it will not. Your obedient, G. Washington.
Mr. President. Colonel McKee.
Certainly we managed to promote the gloomiest man on the continent to head of our fine troops. Those dispatches are the most depressing accumulation of disaster, doom, and despair in the entire annals of military history.
Please, Colonel McKee. It's too hot.
Yes, I suppose.
General Washington will continue wording his dispatches as he sees fit. And I'm sure that we all pray that he finds happier thoughts to convey in the near future. Mr. Thompson, are there any resolutions?
Dr. Josiah Bartlett of New Hampshire.
Resolved that for the duration of the present hostilities, the Congress discourage every type of extravagance and dissipation, elaborate funerals, and other expensive diversions, especially all horse racing.
I'm back, Johnny! Yeah!
Richard, we're placed to see!
What news, Dickie boy? What news? Is it done?
First things first. Tom. Where's Tom? Tom! Your little bride wants to know.
What?
When he's coming home.
I leave tonight.
Never mind that. Is it done?
Done? Why, certainly. Mr. President, I return from Virginia with the following resolution. Resolved that these United Colonies are, and of a right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is, and ought to be, totally dissolved.
Mr. President, I second the proposal.
The resolution has been proposed and seconded. The chair will now entertain debate.
Mr. President, Pennsylvania moves, as always, that the question of independence be postponed indefinitely.
I second the motion.
George Wilson, in your eagerness to be loved, you seem to have forgotten that Pennsylvania cannot second its own motion.
Delaware seconds.
You would, you little weasel.
The motion to postpone has been moved and seconded. Mr. Thompson.
On the motion to postpone indefinitely the resolution on independency or proceed with the debate. All those in favor of debate say yea. All those for postponement say nay. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire favors debate and says yea.
New Hampshire says yea. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, having borne the brunt of the king's tyranny. Massachusetts now in forevermore says yea.
Massachusetts says yea. Rhode Island. Mr. Hopkins. Where's Rhode Island?
Rhode Island is out visiting the necessary.
After what Rhode Island has consumed, I can't say that I'm surprised. We'll come back to it, Mr. Thompson.
Rhode Island passes. Connecticut.
While Connecticut has, until now, been against this proposal, our legislature has informed me that if it is introduced by any colony outside of New England, Connecticut cannot any longer withhold its support. Connecticut says yea.
Connecticut says yea. New York.
Mr. Secretary, New York abstains courteously.
New York abstains.
Courteously.
New Jersey.
Absent, Mr. Secretary.
Oh, yes, New Jersey is absent. Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, for the 24th time, says nay.
Pennsylvania says nay. Delaware.
Delaware, as ever for independence, says yea.
Delaware says yea. Maryland.
Maryland would welcome independence if it were given, but is highly skeptical it can be taken. Maryland says nay.
Maryland says nay. Virginia.
Virginia, the first colony, says yea.
Virginia says yea. North Carolina.
North Carolina respectfully yields to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Mr. President, although we in South Carolina have never seriously considered the question of independence, when a gentleman proposes, attention must be paid. However, unlike our friends in New England, we in the Deep South have no cause for impatience at the present time. If at some future date it becomes the wish of all our sister colonies to effect a separation, we will not stand in the way. But for the time being, South Carolina will wait and watch. The vote is nay.
South Carolina says nay.
North Carolina
says nay. Yes, I know. Georgia. Georgia.
Mr. Secretary, Georgia seems to be split right down the middle on this issue. People are against it and I'm for it. I'm afraid I'm not yet determined if representing the people means relying on their judgment or my own. So in all fairness, until I figure that out, I'd better lean a little towards their side. Georgia says nay.
Georgia says nay. Rhode Island. Second call, Rhode Island.
I'm coming. Hold your damn horses.
We're waiting on you, Mr.
I
Hopkins.
won't kill ya. Make Congress get its own piss. All right, where does she stand?
5 for debate, 5 for postponement, 1 abstention, and 1 absence.
Up to me, is it? Well, I'll tell you. I've never heard, nor seen, nor smelled an issue that's so dangerous we couldn't at least talk about it. Hell yes, I'm for debating anything. Rhode Island says yay.
McNair, give Mr. Hopkins a rock.
But you said...
Get in the whole damn barrel if you want. The chair now declares this Congress a committee of the whole for the purpose of debating Virginia's resolution on independence. Mr. Dickinson.
Well, now, you got your way at last, Mr. Adams. The matter may now be discussed. I confess I'm almost relieved. There's a question I've been fairly itching to ask you. Why?
Why what, Mr. Dickinson?
Why independence, Mr. Adams?
For the obvious reason that our continued association with Great Britain has grown intolerable.
To whom, Mr. Adams? To you? Then I suggest you sever your ties immediately. But please be kind enough to leave the rest of us where we are. Personally, I have no objection at all to being part of the greatest empire on earth, to enjoying its protection, sharing its benefits.
Benefits? What? Benefits? Crippling taxes, cruel repressions, abolished rights.
Is that all England means to you, sir? Is that all the affection and pride you can muster for the nation that bore you? For the noblest, most civilized nation on the face of this planet? Would you have us forsake Hastings and Magna Carta, Strongbow and Lionheart, and Drake and Marlborough, Tudors, Stuarts and Plantagenets? For what, sir? Tell me, for what? For you? Some men are patriots, like General Washington, and some are anarchists, like Mr. Paine. Some even are internationalists, like Dr. Franklin. But you, sir, you are merely an agitator. Disturbing the peace, creating disorder, endangering the public welfare, and for what? Your petty little personal complaints? Your taxes are too high. Well, sir, so am I. Come, Mr. Adams, if you have grievances, and I'm sure you have, our present system must provide a gentle means of redressing them short of revolution. That's what he wants. Nothing short of it will satisfy him. Violence, rebellion, treason. Now, Mr. Adams, are these the acts of Englishmen?
Not Englishmen, Dickinson, Americans!
No, sir. Englishmen!
Oh, please, Mr. Dickinson, but must you start banging? How is a man to sleep?
Forgive me, Dr. Franklin, but must you start speaking? How is a man to stay awake? You promise to be quiet, sir. I'm sure everyone here prefers that you remain asleep.
If I am to hear myself called an Englishman, sir, I assure you I preferred I remained asleep.
What is so terrible about being called an Englishman? The English don't seem to mind.
No, nor would I, were I given the full rights of an Englishman. But to call me one without those rights is like calling an ox a bull. Well, he's thankful for the honor, but he'd much rather have restored what's rightfully his.
When did you first notice they were missing, sir? Fortunately, Dr. Franklin, the people of these colonies maintain a higher regard for their mother country.
Oh, higher certainly than she maintains for them. Never was such a valuable possession so stupidly and recklessly managed as this entire continent by the British Crown.
Here.
Our industry discouraged, our resources pillaged, and worst of all, our very character stifled. We've spawned a new race here. Rougher, simpler, more violent, more enterprising, and less refined. We're a new nationality, Mr. Dickinson. We require a new nation.
That may be your opinion, Dr. Franklin, but as I said, the people feel quite differently.
What do you know about the people, Dickinson? You don't speak for the people. You represent only yourself and that precious status quo that you keep imploring the people to preserve for their good is nothing more than the eternal preservation of your own property.
Mr. Adams, you have an annoying talent for making such delightful words as property sound quite distasteful. In heaven's name, what is wrong with property? Perhaps you've forgotten, sir, that many of us first came to these shores in order to secure rights to property. And there we hold those rights no less dear than the rights you speak of.
So safe, so fat, so comfortable in Pennsylvania.
And what is this independence of yours except the private grievance of Massachusetts? Why is it always Boston that breaks the king's peace? My dear Congress, we must not adopt this evil measure. It is the work of the devil, even where it belongs in New England.
Dr. Dickinson, New England has been battling the devil for more than 100 years.
And as of now, Brother Sherman, the devil has been winning hands down. Why, at this very moment, he's sitting here in this Congress. Don't let him deceive you, gentlemen. This proposal is entirely his doing.
Not just a minute.
It may bear Virginia's name, but it reeks of Adams, Adams, and more Adams. Look at him, ready to lead
this continent down the fiery path of total destruction.
Good God, man! Why can't you acknowledge what already exists? It's been more than a year since Concord and Lexington. Damn it, man, we're at war right now.
You may be at war, you, Boston and John Adams, but you will never speak for Pennsylvania.
No, for Delaware.
Mr. Reed, you represent only 1/3 of Delaware.
Yes, Mr. Rodney, the sensible third.
Sit down, little roach.
Come on, I'll knock you down! Down, all three of you! Here, do something about these damn flies.
Yeah, another rum.
Get the flies back.
The rum.
I've only got 2 hands. Sweet Jesus.
Christ is hot. Please, gentlemen, do go on. You are making the only breeze in Philadelphia.
Mr. Adams, perhaps you could clear something up for me. After we have achieved independence, who do you propose would govern in South Carolina?
The people, of course.
Which people, sir? The people of South Carolina or the people of Massachusetts?
Minute, Nanny, you're against independence now, and you always will be.
Aye! You refuse to understand us, gentlemen. We desire independence, yes, for South Carolina. That is our country, and as such, we don't wish it to belong to anyone, not to England, and not to you.
We intend to be one nation, Rutledge.
A nation of sovereign states, Mr. Adams, united for our mutual protection, but separate for our individual pursuits. That is what we have understood it to be. And that is what we will support, soon as everyone supports it.
There you are, Mr. Adams. You must see, we need time to make certain of who we are and where we stand in regard to one another. For if we do not determine the nature of the beast before setting it free, it will end by consuming us all.
For once in your life, Wilson, take a chance. I say the time is now. It may never come again.
Your clock is fast, Mr. Adams. I say we are not yet ripe for independence.
Not ripe? Hell, we're rotten for one of it.
Gentlemen, please, what in God's name is the infernal hurry? Why must this question be settled now?
What's wrong with now, Mr. Chase?
Aye! General Washington is in the field. If he's defeated, as it now appears, we'll be inviting a hangman. But if by some miracle he should actually win, we can then declare anything we damn please.
Sentiments of North Carolina precisely.
Has it occurred to either one of you that an army needs something to fight for in order to win? A cause, a purpose, a flag of its own.
Mr. Adams, how can a nation of only 2 million souls stand up to an empire of 10 million? And think about that. 10 million. Now, how do we compensate for that shortage?
Simple, Dr. Hall. Increase and multiply.
We will more than compensate with spirit. I tell you, there's a spirit out there among the people that is sadly lacking in this Congress.
Yes, of course, now it's spirit. Why didn't I think of that? No army, no navy, no arms, no ammunition, no treasury, no friends, but bless our soul, spirit. Mr. Lee, Mr. Hopkins, Mr. Rodney, Mr. McKean, Dr. Franklin, why have you joined this incendiary little man, this Boston radical, this agitator, this demagogue, this madman?
Are you calling me a madman, you fribble?
Easy, John.
You Pennsylvania proprietors, you cool, considerate men. You stay to the rear of every issue so that if we should go under, you will still remain afloat.
Are you calling me a coward?
Yes, coward.
Madman.
Landlord.
Stop it! This is the Congress. Stop it, I say. The enemy is out there.
No, Mr. Rodney, the enemy is here.
No. I say he's out there. England, closing in, cutting off our air. No time, no air. Thomas!
Susan!
Dr. Hall?
Hello, kid. It's the cancer. You should go home.
Yes, a man should die in his own bed. John.
I mean, a
United Delaware. Forgive me.
I'll take you how I'm saying. I'll be back before the week is out.
Mr. President, South Carolina calls the question.
What's that, Mr. Rutledge?
I said, Mr. President, South Carolina desires to end this debate and call the question on independence.
Delaware second.
Please. The question has been called and seconded. Mr. Secretary, you will record the vote.
Franklin, do something, think. Well, I am thinking, but nothing's coming.
All those in favor of the resolution on independence as proposed by the colony of Virginia, signify by
Mr. Secretary, would you read the resolution again? I've forgotten it.
Resolved that these united colonies are, and of a right ought to be,
I
free
beg your
and...
pardon. I'm the Reverend John Witherspoon, the new delegate from New Jersey.
Oh, sir!
Mr. Frank. Dr. Frank. I regret being the bearer of unhappy tidings. Your son, the royal governor of New Jersey, has been taken prisoner and is moved to the colony of Connecticut for safekeeping.
Is he unharmed, sir?
The last time I heard from him, yes, he was.
Well, then why the long face? I understand Connecticut to be an excellent location. But tell me, why did they arrest the little bastard?
The legislature of New Jersey has recalled the former delegates to this Congress and sent a new one.
Quickly, man, where do you stand on independence?
Oh, haven't I made that clear?
No!
No, I suppose I have. Well, that was the reason for the change. We're instructed to vote for independence.
Mr. President, Massachusetts is now ready for the vote on independence and reminds the chair of its privilege to decide any votes that are deadlocked.
I won't forget, Mr. Adams. The chair would like to welcome the Reverend Witherspoon and appoint him congressional chaplain if he will accept the post.
With the greatest pleasure, sir.
Mr. Thompson, you may now proceed with the vote on independence.
All in favor of the resolution on independence as proposed by the colony of Virginia, signify by saying...
Mr. President, Pennsylvania moves that any vote in favor of independence must be unanimous.
What?
I second the motion.
But no vote that had to be unanimous. They consider you know it.
Yes, but this one must be.
On what ground?
That no colony be torn from its mother country without its own consent.
Hear, hear.
But it'll never be unanimous. Damn it.
You say so, Mr. Adams?
It has been moved and seconded that the resolution on independence must be unanimous in order to carry. All those in favor signify by saying yea.
Yea. Yea.
6 colonies say yea. All those opposed signify by saying nay.
Nay. Nay.
6 colonies say nay.
Now, Mr. Secretary, New York abstains courteously.
Mr. Morris, why does New York constantly abstain? Why doesn't New York simply stay in New York? Very well. The vote is tied. Principles of independence have no greater advocate in Congress than its president. And that is the reason I must join those who vote for unanimity.
Oh. Good God, John, what are you doing this time?
Now, listen, hear me out. Can't you see that any colony who opposes independence will be forced to fight on the side of England? That we will be standing brother against brother. That our new nation will carry as its emblem the mark of Cain. I can see no other way. Either we all walk together, or together we must stay where we are.
same luck I had with it.
Mr. Adams is right. We need a postponement.
On what grounds?
On what grounds?
Well, how can this Congress vote on independence without some sort of written declaration of some sort defining it?
What sort of declaration?
Well, you know, listing all the reasons for the separation and our goals and aims, so on and so forth.
It's ditto.
We
know all those, don't we?
Good Lord, yes, we know them. But what about the rest of the world? Surely we require the aid of a powerful nation, such as France or Spain. And such a declaration would be consistent with European delicacy.
Come now, Mr. Adams, you'll have to do better than that. Answer straight. What would be its purpose?
Yes! Well,
to place before mankind the common sense of the subject in terms so plain and firm as to command their assent.
Mr. Jefferson, are you seriously suggesting that we publish a paper declaring to all the world that an illegal rebellion is in reality a legal one?
Why, Mr. Dickinson, I am surprised at you. You should know that rebellion is always legal in the first person, such as our rebellion. It is only in the third person, their rebellion, that it is illegal. Mr. President, I second the motion to postpone the vote on independence for a period of time sufficient for the writing of a declaration.
It has been moved and seconded. Mr. Thompson.
All those in favor of the motion to postpone signify by saying yea.
Yea.
6 colonies say yea. Against?
Nay.
6 colonies say nay.
Mr. Secretary, in New York abstains courteously.
Mr. Morris, what in hell goes on in New York?
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. President, but the simple fact is that our legislature has never sent us explicit instructions on anything.
Never? Well, that's impossible.
Have you ever been present at a meeting of the New York legislature? They talk very fast and very loud, and nobody pays any attention to anybody else, but the result is that nothing ever gets done. I beg the Congress's pardon.
My sympathies, Mr. Morris. The vote again being tied, the chair decides in favor of the postponement. So ruled. A committee will now be formed to manage the declaration. Said document to be written, debated, and approved by the beginning of July, 3 weeks hence, at which time Virginia's resolution on independence will finally be voted. Is that clear? Very well. Will the following gentlemen serve on the Declaration Committee? Dr. Franklin, Mr. John Adams, Mr. Sherman, Mr. Livingston, oh, well, and of course, Mr. Lee.
Excuse me, but I must be returning to the sovereign country of Virginia, as I've been asked to serve as governor. Therefore, I must decline respectfully.
Oh, very well, Mr. Lee, you're excused. I suppose we could leave it a 4-man committee.
A moment, Mr. Hancock. This business requires a Virginian. Therefore, I propose a replacement. Mr. Thomas Jefferson.
No, Mr. Adams, no.
You're very well, Mr. Adams. Mr. Jefferson will serve.
I'm going home too, to my wife.
Move to adjourn.
No, please.
Second.
No, I have not seen her in 6 months.
Moved and seconded. Any objections?
Yes, I have objections, lots of objections.
So ruled. Congress stands adjourned.
All right, gentlemen. Let's get to it. Which one of us is going to write our declaration on independence?
Mr. Adams, I say you should write it. To your legal mind and brilliance we defer.
Is that so? Well, if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their equipment switch. I'm obnoxious and disliked, you know that, sir.
Yes, I know.
So I say you should write it, Franklin. Yes, you.
Hell no.
Yes, you, Dr. Franklin. You.
But. Mr. Adams, Mr. Adams, the things I write are only light extemporaneia. I won't put politics on paper, it's a mania. So I refuse to use the pen in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, refuse to use the pen.
Mr. Sherman, I say you should write it. You are never controversial, as it were.
That is true.
Whereas if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their quilpin through it. I'm obnoxious and disliked, you know that, sir.
Yes, I do.
So I say you should write it, Roger. Yes, you.
Good heavens, no.
Yes, you, Roger Sherman, you.
But, Mr. Adams, I cannot write with any style or proper etiquette. I don't know a participle from a predicate. I am just a simple cobbler from Connecticut. Connecticut, Connecticut, a simple cobbler, he.
Mr. Livingston, maybe you should write it. You have many friends and you're a diplomat.
Oh, that word.
But as if I'm the one to do it, they'll run the quilpin through it.
He's obnoxious and disliked, did you know that?
I hadn't heard.
So I say you should write it, Robert. Yes, you.
Not me, Johnny.
Yes, you, Robert Livingston, you.
Oh, Mr. Adams, dear Mr. Adams, I've been presented with a new son by the noble score, so I am going home to celebrate and popcorn with all the Livingstons together back in old New York.
New York, New York, Livingston's going to pop the cork.
Mr. Adams, leave me alone.
Mr. Jefferson.
Oh, but Mr. Adams, I beg you, I've not seen my wife these 6 months.
And we solemnly declare that we will preserve our liberties, being with one mind resolved to die free men rather than live slaves. Thomas Jefferson, on the necessity of taking up arms, 1775. Magnificent. You write 10 times better than any man in this Congress, including me. For a man of only 33 years, you have a happy talent for composition and a remarkable felicity of expression. Now, will you be a patriot or a lover?
I love it.
No!
But I burn, Mr. A.
So do I, Mr. J.
You?
You do?
John.
Mr. Jefferson, dear Mr. Jefferson, I'm only 41, I still have my virility, and I can rob through Cupid's grove with great agility. But life is more than sexual combustibility.
Bustability, bustability, combustibility.
My head! Now, you'll write it, Mr. J.
Who'll make me Mr. A?
I?
You?
Yes.
How?
By physical force if necessary. It's your duty, damn it, your duty.
Mr. Adams! Damn you, Mr. Adams! You're obnoxious and disliked, this cannot be denied. Once again you stand between me and my lovely bride.
Lovely bride.
Oh, Mr. Adams, you are driving me to homicide!
Homicide, homicide.
Not yet! The choice is yours, Mr. Jefferson. Do as you like with it.
We may see murder yet.
There comes a time in the lives of men when it becomes necessary to advance from that subordination in which they have hitherto remained. Where's the rest of it? You mean to say it's not finished yet?
No, sir. I mean to say it's not yet begun.
Good God, a whole week! The entire earth was created in a week.
Someday you must tell me how you did it.
Disgusting. Look at him, Franklin, Virginia's most famous flower.
Oh, Virginia abstains.
Cheer up, Jefferson. Get out of the dumps. It'll come out right, I promise you. Now, get back to work. Franklin's telling me to get back to work.
He's asleep. You, hello. And whose little girl are you? Who is she, John?
His wife, I hope.
What makes you think so?
Because I said that.
You what?
It simply occurred to me that the sooner his problem was solved, the sooner our problem was solved.
Good thinking, John, good thinking.
Madam, may I present myself? John Adams. Adams. John Adams. And Dr. Franklin, the inventor of the stove. Jefferson, will you kindly present me to your wife? She is your wife, isn't she?
Of course she is. Look how they fit.
Incredible.
Well, come along, John. Come
Come
on.
along where there's work to be done.
Ha! Obviously.
What? You mean the one in the middle of the afternoon?
Not everybody's from Boston, John.
Incredible.
Well, good night, John.
Have you eaten, Franklin?
Oh, not yet.
Here's a turkey's fresh with a bunch of eggs.
I have a rendezvous, John. I asked you along, but talking makes her nervous.
Oh, Abigail. I'm lonely, Abigail.
Are you, John? Then as long as you were sending for wives, why didn't you send for your own?
Don't be unreasonable.
Oh, now I'm unreasonable. You must add that to your list.
List?
The catalog of my faults you included in your last letter.
They were fondly intended, madam.
That I play at cards badly.
A compliment.
That my posture is crooked.
An endearment.
That I read, write, and think too much.
An irony?
That I'm pigeon-toed.
Ah, well, there you have me, Abigail. Afraid you are pigeon-toed. Abigail, please come to Philadelphia.
Thank you, John. I do want to, but you know it's not possible now. The children have the measles.
Yes, so you wrote Tom and little Abby.
Only now it's Quincy and Charles, and it appears the farm here at Braintree is failing, John. The chickens and geese have all died, and the apples never survived the late frost. How do you suppose she managed to get away?
The winters are softer in Virginia.
And their women, John?
Well, fit for Virginians, madam, I suppose. But pale, puny creatures when compared to New England women.
Oh, John, I thank you for that.
How goes it with you, Abigail?
Not well, John. Not at all well. Oh, my dearest. I live like a nun in a cloister, solitary celibate. I hate it. And you, John?
I live like a monk in an abbey. Ditto, ditto. I hate it.
Write to me with sentimental effusion. Let me revel in romantic illusion.
Do you still smell of vanilla and spring air? And is my favorite lover's pillow still firm and fair?
What was there, John? Still is there, John. Come soon as you can to my cloister. I've forgotten the feel of your hand.
Soon, madam, we shall walk in Cupid's grove together, and will fondly survey that promised land. Till then, I am as I ever was and never shall be. Yours, 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 yours.
Saltpeter, John.
Sorry to be late, John. I was up till all hours. Have you been here long?
Oh, not long.
And what are you doing out here? I expected you to be up there, cracking the whip.
The shadows are still closed.
Oh, my word, so they are. Well, as the French say,
Oh, Franklin, please, spare me your bawdy mind first thing in the morning. There we go.
a congressman dares anything. Go ahead.
Me?
Your voice is more piercing.
Maybe we should come back later. What? It's positively indecent.
Oh, John, they're young and they are in love.
Not them, Franklin, us. Standing here in the street waiting for them to... What will the people think?
Oh, don't worry, John. The history books will clean it up.
Doesn't matter. I won't appear in the history books, only you. Franklin did this. Franklin did that. Franklin did some other damned thing. Franklin smote the ground and out sprang George Washington, fully grown and on his horse. Franklin then electrified him with his miraculous lightning rod. And then the three of them, Franklin, Washington, and the horse, conducted the entire revolution all by themselves.
I like it. Look at her, John. Just look at her.
I am.
She's even more magnificent than I remember. Of course, we didn't see much of her front last night. Good morrow, madam.
Good morning.
Is it the habit in Philadelphia for strangers to shout at ladies from the street?
Oh, not at all.
And from men of your age. It's not only unseemly, it's unsightly.
But madam, we were introduced last night.
I spoke to no one last night.
Oh, indeed you did not, madam, but nevertheless, we introduced ourselves. This is Mr. John Adams, and I am Dr. Franklin, the inventor of the stove.
I know your names very well, but you say you presented yourselves.
It is of no matter, madam. Your thoughts were well taken elsewhere.
My husband is not yet up.
Well, shall we begin again? Won't you join us, madam?
Yes, of course.
No wonder the man couldn't write. Who could think of independence married to her?
I beg you to forgive me. It is indeed an honor meeting the two greatest men in America.
Well, the two greatest within earshot, anyway.
I'm not an ardent flatterer, Dr. Franklin. My husband admires you both greatly.
Well, then we are doubly flattered, for we admire very much that which your husband admires.
Did you sleep well, madam?
Oh, John.
I mean, did you lie comfortably? You know what I mean?
Yes, we do, John. Tell us about yourself, madam. We've precious little information. What's your first name?
Martha?
Martha. He might at least have told us that. I'm afraid your husband doesn't say very much.
The most silent man in Congress. I scarcely heard him utter 3 sentences together.
Well, not everyone's a talker, John.
It's true, you know. Tom is not a talker. Oh, he never speaks his passions. He never speaks his views. Whereas other men speak volumes, the man I love is mute. In truth, I can't recall being wooed with words at all. Even now.
Oh, do go on, madam. How did he win you, Martha? And how does he hold on to a bounty such as you?
Surely you've noticed that Tom's a man of many accomplishments. Author, lawyer, farmer, architect, statesman, and still one more that I hesitate to mention.
Don't hesitate, madam. Don't hesitate.
Yes. What else can that red-headed tombstone do?
He plays the violin. He talks it right under his chin. And he bows, oh he bows, for he knows, yes he knows, that it's high twixt my heart and tongue in his fiddle, my strings are strong, and high, I am a god.
The violin, madam?
I hear his violin, and I get that feeling within, and I sigh, oh I sigh, he draws near, very near, and it's high to the fiddle, and goodbye to the fiddle, my strings are strong.
Settles it, John. We're taking up the violin.
Very well, madam. We have a playing violin. What happens next?
The next, Mr. Adams?
Oh, yes. What does Tom do now?
Oh, just what you'd expect. We dance.
They dance!
Incredible!
So, who's playing violin?
Oh, John, really?
Well, now, Franklin, be a big hog.
All right, John.
Relinquish.
Here she comes, John.
Here I am.
John, you can dance.
Not everyone's from Philadelphia. I expect to return to be in Patricia coming back. I can scarcely hear the beat.
Hi, hi, hi.
He's written something. Incredible. Dear Mr. Adams, to bed, kindly go away. You're obedient teacher.
Incredible. Well, maybe I should have been the one to write the declaration after all. At my age, there's little doubt that the pen is mightier than the sword. For it's high, 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 diddle, diddle, and God bless the man who can fiddle.
Independency.
High, 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 yap-ta-ta-ta-ta. Through eternity, we play the violin, violin, violin.
What follows is a complete and up-to-date list of the committees of this Congress now sitting, about to sit, or just having sat. A committee formed to investigate a complaint made against the quality of yeast manufactured at Mr. Henry Pendleton's mill, designated as the Yeast Committee. A committee formed to consider the most effective method of dealing with spies, designated as the Spies Committee. A committee formed to think, perhaps to do, but in any case, to gather, to meet, to refer, to talk, perhaps even to resolve. That each rifle regiment be allowed one drum and one fife at each company designated as the Drum and Fife Committee.
Look at it, Doctor. Democracy. What Plato called a charming form of government full of variety and disorder. I never knew Plato had been to Philadelphia.
Yeah. Open that damn window. Ed, I want you to see some cards I've gone and had printed up. Ought to save everybody a whole lot of time and effort, especially considering the epidemic of bad disposition going around here lately. Here. Dear sir, you are without a doubt a rogue, a rascal, a villain, a thief, a scoundrel, and a mean, dirty, stinking, sniveling, sneaking, pimping, pickpocketing, thrice double damn, no good son of a bitch. And you signed your name. What do you think?
Stephen, I'll take a dozen right now.
A committee formed to answer all congressional correspondence, designated as the Congressional Correspondence Committee.
All right, Franklin, let's get to work. Enough socializing.
Good morning, John.
Good morning. Now, let's get to it.
Let's get to what?
Unanimity, of course. Look at that board. 6 days to win over in little more than a week.
A committee formed to consider the problem of counterfeit money, designated as the Counterfeit Money Committee.
All right, John, where do we begin?
How about Delaware? It's a sad thing to find her on the wrong side after all this time. Any news of Caesar?
Oh, McKean's back.
Thomas.
A committee formed to study the causes of our military defeat in Canada, designated as the Military Defeat Committee.
How did you leave Caesar? Is he still alive?
Aye, but the journey to Dublin was very hard on him. He never complaining, but I could see the poor man was suffering.
But you got him safely home?
I did, but I doubt he'll ever step foot out of it again.
That leaves you and Reed split right down the middle. You think he'll come over?
Yeah, I did know. He's a stupid little snot.
Keep at it. Work on it till you wear it down.
I tried face facts, really. It was just Reed standing in our way. It wasn't to be so bad. But look for yourself, man. Pennsylvania, Maryland, the entire state. It's impossible.
It's impossible if they stand around here complaining about it. To work, to keep one foot in front of the other.
Well, I believe I'm putting it a better way. Never leave off till tomorrow that which you could
Oh, freeze it, shut up.
John, what good will it do you? No, Dickinson. Hell, never get it in. And you haven't heard of that Rutledge yet either.
You never mind about them. Your job is George Reed. Talk him deaf if you have to. Bring us that television.
This is the way. This'll break the tie.
All right, John, who's next?
A committee formed to keep secrets, designated as the secrets.
Pennsylvania and Maryland. I suggest you try and put your own house in order, and I'll take a drag your face to face. You're going to stuff it yourself. Ah, Mr. Chase! What do you say, Chase? When are you coming to your senses?
Please, Mr. Adams, now while I'm eating.
Mr. Wilson, when are you going to assert yourself? When you were a judge, how in hell did you ever make a decision?
The decisions I made were all based on legality and precedence, but there is no legality here, and certainly no precedent.
Because it's a new idea, you clot. We'll be setting our own precedents.
No, Mr. McKean. No.
Gosh darn you, Isley! You come into the world screaming no, and you're determined to leave it the same way.
This Congress is waiting for you, Chase. America's waiting. The whole world is waiting. Is that kidding?
Leave me alone, you're wasting your time. If I thought I'd win this war, I'd be at the front of your ranks. But you must know it's impossible. You've heard General Washington's dispatches. His army has fallen apart.
Washington is exaggerating the situation in order to arouse this torpid Congress into action. Why, as the chairman of the War Committee, I can tell you for a fact that the Army has never been in better shape. Never have soldiers been more resolute. Never have troops been more disciplined. Never have discipline and training been more spirited.
May we have your ears, gentlemen? Mr. Thompson has a dispatch.
From the commander, Army of the United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1157. To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. It is with the utmost despair that I must report to you the confusion and disorder that reign in every department. The continental soldier has nothing ever seen in this or any other century. He is a misfit, ignorant of hygiene, destructive, disorderly, and totally disrespectful of rank. Only this last is understandable, as there is an incredible reach of stupidity amongst the officers. The situation is most desperate at the New Jersey training ground in New Brunswick, where every able-bodied whore in the colonies is assembled. There are constant reports of drunkenness, desertion, foul language, naked bathing in the Raritan River, and an epidemic of the French disease. I have declared the town off limits to all military personnel with the exception of officers. I beseech the Congress to dispatch the War Committee to this place in the hope of restoring some of the order and discipline we need to survive. Your obedient, G. Washington.
The man with the breast of hyena.
Well, Mr. Adams, you're chairman of the War Committee. You feel up to whoring, drinking, deserting, and in New Brunswick?
There must be some mistake. I have an aunt who lives in New Brunswick.
You must tell her to keep up the good work. Come, Mr. Adams. You must see that it is short. Listen, let us recall General Washington and disband the Continental Army before we are overwhelmed.
Oh, yes, the English would like that, wouldn't they?
Why not ask them yourself? They ought to be here any minute.
And when they hang you, Mr. Adams, I hope you put in a good word for the rest of us.
Face facts, Mr. Adams. A handful of drunk and disorderly recruits against the entire British Army, the finest musket men on earth. How can we win? How can we even hope to survive?
Answer me straight, Chase. If you thought we could beat the Redcoats, would Maryland vote yea on independence?
Well, I suppose.
No supposing. Would you or wouldn't you?
Very well, yes, we would.
Well then, come with me to New Brunswick and see for yourself.
John, are you mad? Washington said there's a shambles up there.
Push it in here, Johnny.
What do you think, Chase?
Go ahead, Sam. Sounds lively as hell up there.
All right, why not? And perhaps it will be John Adams who comes to his senses.
Mr. President, the War Committee will heed General Washington's request. A party consisting of Mr. Chase, Dr. Franklin, and myself will leave immediately.
Dr. Franklin, is that satisfactory with you? Dr. Franklin?
Wake up, Franklin, you're going to New Brunswick.
Like hell I am. What for?
The whoring and the drinking.
Two, Chase, get a move on. We've got to catch up with them.
Mr. McNair, all this talk of independence has left a certain foulness in the air. And my friends and I would appreciate it if you could open some windows.
What about the flies?
The windows, Mr. McNair. Open. The wind is closed. The wind is sweet. Oh, say, do you see what I see? Congress sitting here in sweet serenity. I could cheer. The reason's clear. For the first time in a year, Adams isn't here. I mean, look, the sun is in the sky, a breeze is blowing by, and there's not a single fly. I sing Hosanna, 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 and it's cool. Come ye cool, cool, conservative men. Our like may never ever be seen again. We have land, cash in hand, self-command, future planned. Fortune thrives, society survives, in meteor of lives, with well-endowed wives. Come sing Hosanna, Hosanna, in our breeding and our manner, we are cool. Come ye cool, cool, consider it set. We'll dance together to the same minuet. To the right, ever to the right, never to the left, forever to the right. Let our creed be never to exceed regulated speed, no matter what the need. Come sing Hosanna, Hosanna, emblazoned on our banner is keep cool. To the right, ever to the right, never to the left, forever to the right. Hands attached, tightly latched, everybody match.
I have a new dispatch from the Commander, Army of the United Colonies in New York. Dispatch number 1158. To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. I awoke this morning to find that General Howe has landed 25,000 British regulars and Hessian mercenaries on Staten Island, and that the fleet under the command of his brother, Admiral Lord Howe, controls not only the Hudson and East Rivers, but New York Harbor, which now looks like all of London afloat. I can no longer in good conscience withhold from the Congress my certainty that the British military object at this time is Philadelphia. Happy should I be could I see the means of preventing them, but at present, I confess I do not. Oh, how I wish I had never seen the Continental Army. I would have done better to retire to the back country and live in a wigwam. Your obedient, G. Washington.
What we do rationally. We never ever go at half cocked, not we. Why begin till we know that we can win? And if we cannot win, why might we begin?
We say this game's not of our choosing. Why should we risk losing?
We cool men. Mr. Hancock, you're a man of property, one of us. Why don't you join us in our new dance? Why you persist in dancing with John Adams? Good Lord, sir, you don't even like him.
That is true. He annoys me quite a lot. But still I'd rather trot to Mr. Adams you want.
Why? For personal glory? For a place of mystery? Be careful, sir. History will brand Pitt and his followers as traitors.
Traitors, Mr. Dickinson, to what? The British crown or the British half crown? Fortunately, there are not enough men of property in America to dictate policy.
Perhaps not. But don't forget that most men with nothing would rather protect the possibility of becoming rich than face the reality of being poor. And that is why they will follow us. To the right, never to the right, never to the left, forever to the right. Granted there is gold, our market that will hold, tradition that is old, really nothing to be told. I sing Hosanna, Hosanna, in a strange and lucid manner. We are cool, we're the cool, cool, considerate men, whose like may never ever be seen again. With our land, cash in hand, self-command, future plan, and we'll hold to our goal. Tradition that is old, leave nothing to be told. We save this game, not of our choosing. Why should we risk losing?
We go.
Sweet Jesus, how'd you like to try and borrow $1 from one of them? Want another rum, General?
General, Lord, I ain't even a corporal.
Yeah, well, what's the army know? Now sit down, gentlemen. Chair rules, it's too damn hot to work. What's it like out there, General?
Probably no more than me.
Sitting in here? Sweet Jesus, this is the last place to find out what's going on.
I'm considering joining up.
What are you talking about? You don't have to join up, you're in the Congress.
What should that have to do with it?
Well, you don't see them rushing off to get killed, do you? They sure are great ones for sending others, I'll tell you that.
Who sits here?
Caesar Rodney of Delaware. Where are you from, General?
Watertown,
Where's that?
Massachusetts.
Well, then you belong down there. But be careful, something about that chair makes a man awful noisy.
May I ask you a question? Have you seen any fighting?
Sure did. I see two of my best friends get shot dead on the same day. Right on the village green it was, too. When they didn't come home for supper. Their mamas went down the hill looking for them. Miss Lowell, she found Timothy right off. But Miss Pickett, she searched nearly half the night for Willem, because he'd gone and crawled off the green before he died. Mama, hey mama, come looking for me. I'm here in the meadow by the red maple tree. Hey, Mama, look sharp, here I be. Hey, hey, Mama, look sharp. Them soldiers, they fire, oh, Ma, did we run? But then we turned round and the battle begun. Then I went under, oh, Ma, am I done? Hey, hey, Mama, look sharp. My eyes are wide open, my face to the sky. Is that you I'm hearing in the tall grass nearby? Mama, come find me before I do die. Hey, hey, Mama, look sharp.
I'll close your eyes, my dearie, them eyes that cannot see, and I'll carry her, my dearie, beneath the maple tree.
And never again will you whisper to me, hey, hey, oh, Mama, look sharp.
The Secretary will now read the report of the Decoration Committee. Mr. Thompson?
A declaration by the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled. When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the equal and separate station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they have been endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights.
Jefferson, we're back, and we're not there yet. That is, we will as soon as Chase gets through telling Maryland Assembly what we just saw in New Brunswick.
He's in Annapolis right now, describing a ragtag collection of provincial militiamen who could train together, drill together, or march together. But when a flock of ducks flew by, and they saw their first dinner in 3 full days, sweet Jesus, could they shoot together? It was a slaughter.
They're reading the Declaration.
What? How far have they got?
To render the military independent of and superior to the civil power.
Independent of and superior to.
Well, there's nothing to fear. It's a masterpiece. I'm to be congratulated.
You?
For making me write it.
Oh yes, of course.
It's a masterpiece, I say. They will cheer every word, every letter.
I wish I felt that way.
I believe I can put it better. Now then attend, as friend to friend, our Declaration Committee. For us I see immortality. in Philadelphia City, a farmer, a lawyer, and a sage. A bit gouty in the leg. Oh, you know it's quite bizarre to think that here we are, playing midwives to an egg.
Egg? What egg?
America, the birth of a new nation.
Now, if only we can be sure of what kind of bird it's going to be.
Oh, Tom's got a point. What sort of a bird should we choose as the symbol of our new America?
The eagle.
The dove.
The turkey.
The eagle.
The dove.
The eagle.
The eagle.
The turkey.
The eagle is a majestic bird.
The eagle is a scavenger, a thief, a coward, and a symbol of more than 10 centuries of European mischief.
And the turkey?
No, a truly noble bird. A native of America, a source of sustenance to our settlers, and an incredibly brave fellow who would not flinch at attacking an entire regiment of Englishmen single-handedly. Therefore, the national bird of America is going to be...
The eagle.
The eagle.
We're waiting for the
Chirp, chirp, chirp of an eaglet being born. Waiting for the chirp, chirp, chirp on this humid Monday morning in this congressional incubator. God knows the temperature's not enough to hatch a stone, let alone an egg.
We're waiting for the
Scratch, scratch, scratch of that tiny little fellow, waiting for the egg to hatch on this humid Monday morning in this congressional incubator.
God knows the temperature's hot enough to hatch a stone.
Or will it hatch an egg?
The declaration will be a triumph. I tell you, a triumph. If I was ever sure of anything, I'm sure of that. A triumph. And if it's wrong, we still got 4 days left to think of something else. The eagle's going to crack the shell of the egg that England laid.
Yes, so we can tell on this humid Monday morning in this congressional incubator. And just as Tom here has written, though the shell may belong to Great Britain, the eagle inside belongs to us. And just as Tom here has written, we say to hell with Great Britain, the eagle inside belongs to us.
And that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may have right to do. And for the support of this declaration, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. The Congress has heard the report of the Declaration Committee. Are there any who wish to offer amendments, deletions, or alterations? There, you'd better open the window. Colonel McKean, I saw your hand first.
Tom, it's a phony paper you've written, but somewhere in it you mentioned Scottish and foreign mercenaries sent to the stripes. Scottish, Tom?
It's in reference to a Highland regiment that stood against us in Boston.
Ah, more likely Germans disguised in kilts. I ask you, Tom, remove the word and avoid giving offense to a good people.
Mr. Jefferson?
The Reverend Witherspoon.
Mr. Jefferson, nowhere have you mentioned the Supreme Being. sure that's only an oversight. How can we hope to achieve a victory without his help? Therefore, I humbly offer the following addition to your final sentence. With firm reliance on the protection of divine providence.
Among your charges against the king, Mr. Jefferson, you accuse him of depriving us of a trial by jury. This is untrue, sir. In Delaware, we have always done trial by jury.
In Massachusetts, we have not.
Oh, then I suggest that the words, in many cases, be added.
Mr. Jefferson? In many cases. Brilliant. I suppose now, every time you see those 3 words, your puny little chest goes swell up with pride. Well, we have to make historical contribution.
It's more memorable than your unprincipled whitewash of that race of barbarians.
Barbarians!
Mr. Reed, Colonel McKay nods enough.
Mr. Hopkins. No objections, Johnny. I'm just trying to get a drink.
I don't know. McNair, get him a rum. Mr. Bartlett.
Mr. Jefferson, I beg you to remember that we still have friends in England. I see no purpose in antagonizing them with such phrases as unfeeling brethren and enemies in war. Our quarrels with the king, not with the British people.
Be sensible, Bartlett. Remove those phrases, and the entire paragraph becomes meaningless. And as it happens, it's one of the most stirring and poetic of the entire document.
Mr. Adams, this is a Congress, not a literary society. I ask the entire paragraph be removed.
Mr. Jefferson?
Good God, Jefferson, aren't you ever going to speak up for your own work?
I hope the work will speak up for itself.
Mr. Hancock.
What is it, Mr. McNair?
I can't say I'm very fond of the United States of America as a name for a new country.
I don't care what you're fond of, Mr. McNair. You're not a member of this Congress. Mr. Sherman.
Brother Jefferson, I noted at least 2 distinct and direct references to the British Parliament in your declaration. Is it wise to alienate that august body in light of our contention that they've never had any direct authority over us anyway?
This is a revolution! We're going to have to offend somebody!
John, you'll have an attack of apoplexy if you're not
Have
careful.
you heard what they're doing? What have you heard?
Yes, I've heard, John,
And
but-
so far it's only been our friend. I can't imagine what our enemies will do.
The word Parliament will be removed wherever it occurs.
They will not be satisfied until they remove one of the F's from Jefferson's name.
Patience, John. It won't last much longer.
Mr. Dickinson.
Mr. Jefferson, I have very little interest in your paper, as there is no doubt in my mind that we have all but heard the last of it. But I am curious about one thing. Why do you refer to King George as a tyrant?
Because he is a tyrant.
I remind you, Mr. Jefferson, that this tyrant is still your king.
When a king becomes a tyrant, he thereby breaks the contract binding his subjects to him.
How so?
By taking away their rights.
Rights that came from him in the first place.
All except one. The right to be free comes from nature.
Mr. Wilson, do we in Pennsylvania consider King George a tyrant?
Well, I don't know. No. We do not consider him a tyrant in Pennsylvania.
There you are, Mr. Jefferson. Your declaration does not speak for us all. I demand the word tyrant be removed.
Just a moment, Mr. Thompson. I do not consent. The king is a tyrant, whether we say he is or not. We might as well say so.
I already scratched it out.
Then scratch it back in.
Put it back, Mr. Thompson. The king will remain a tyrant.
Mr. Jefferson, nowhere do you mention deep-sea fishing rights.
If there are no more changes, then I can assume that the report of the declaration
Just
today
a
has
moment,
been...
Mr. President. Look out. I wonder if we could prevail upon Mr. Thompson to read again a small portion of Mr. Jefferson's declaration. That one beginning, he has waged cruel war.
Mr. Thompson.
He has affected, he has combined, he has abdicated, he has plundered, he has constrained, he has incited, he has excited, he has waged cruel war. There it is. He has waged cruel war against human nature itself in the persons of a distant people who never offended him, captivating and carrying them into slavery in another hemisphere. Determined to keep open a market where men should be bought and sold, he has prostituted...
That will suffice, Mr. Thompson, I thank you. Mr. Jefferson, I can't quite make out what it is you're talking about.
Slavery, Mr. Rutledge.
Oh, you are referring to us as slaves of the king.
No, sir. I'm referring to our slaves. Black slaves.
Ah, black slaves. Why didn't you say so, sir? Were you trying to hide your meaning?
No, sir.
Just another literary license, then?
If you like.
I don't like. At all, Mr. Jefferson. To us in South Carolina, black slavery is our peculiar institution and a cherished way of life.
Nevertheless, we must abolish it. Nothing is most certainly written in the Book of Fate than that this people shall be free.
I'm not concerned with Book of Fate right now, sir. I'm more concerned with what's written in your little paper there. That little paper there concerns freedom for Americans. Oh, really? Mr. Adams is now calling our black slaves Americans? Are they now?
They are. They're people and they're here. If there's any other requirement, I have not heard it.
They are here, yes. They are not people, sir. They are property.
No, sir. They are people who are being treated as property. I tell you, the rights of human nature are deeply wounded by this infamous practice.
Then see to your own wounds, Mr. Jefferson. For you are a practitioner, are you not?
I've already resolved to release my slaves.
Then I'm sorry, sir, for you have also resolved the ruination of your personal economy.
Economy. Always economy. There's more to this than a filthy purse string, Rutledge. It's an offense against God and man.
It's a stinking business, Mr. Rutledge. A stinking business.
Is it really, Mr. Hopkins? Then what is that I smell floating down from the north? Could that be the aroma of hypocrisy? For who holds the other end of that filthy purse string, Mr. Adams? Our northern brethren are feeling a bit tender toward our slaves. They don't keep slaves, no. But they are willing to be considerable carriers of slaves to others. They are willing. For the shilling, or haven't you heard Mr. Adams? Clink, clink. Molasses to rum to slaves. Oh, what a beautiful waltz. You dance with us, we dance with you, in molasses and rum and slaves. Who sail the ships out of Boston, laden with Bibles and rum? Oh, drinks a toast to the Ivory Coast, hail Africa, the slavers have gone. New England with Bibles and rum. Then it's off with the rum and the Bibles. Take on the slaves, clink, clink. Then hail and farewell to the smell of the African coast. Molasses to rum to slaves, 'tis and morals, 'tis money that saves. Shall we dance to the sound of the profitable pound in molasses and rum and slaves? Who sail the ships out of Guinea, laden with Bibles and slaves? figures on a ledger. Oh, no, sir. They see them as figures on the block. Notice the faces at the auctions, gentlemen. White faces on the African wars. Put them in the ships. Crab them in the ships. Stuff them in the ships. Hurry, gentlemen, hurry. Let the auction begin. Gentlemen, do you hear? That's the cry of the auctioneer! Slaves, gentlemen, black gold, living gold, gold from Angola. Guinea, 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 black goods for sale. Ashanti, Igbo, 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 Igbo. Look at the faces in the crowd, gentlemen. White faces, New England faces, seafaring faces from Nantucket, Boston, Boston, Boston. Blackbirds for sale. Handle them, fondle them, but don't finger them. They're prime, they're prime.
For the love of God, Mr. Rutledge, please.
Molasses drawn to slaves who sailed the ships back to Boston, laden with gold, see it gleam, whose fortunes are made in the triangle trade. Hail slavery, the New England dream. Mr. Adams, I give you a toast. Hail Boston! Hail Charleston! Who stinketh no
Don't worry, John. They'll be back.
It's done. Adams, Franklin, I have it. And the Maryland Assembly's approved it. I told them about one of the greatest military engagements in history against a flock of... What's wrong? I thought...
You'll have to forgive them, Mr. Chase. They've just suffered a slight setback. And after all, what is a man confident if he shall gain Maryland and lose the entire South? Matthew chapter 16, verse 26.
Mr. McNair?
I know the flies.
No. A rum.
Well, what do you hold this thing around for? We're wasting time. Precious time. Thomas, I want you to ride back into Delaware and fetch back Caesar Rogan.
Son, are you mad? It's over 18 miles on horseback. He's a gallant man.
No, he's a patriot.
But John, what good will it do? The Senate is done us in.
What if they change their minds? Can we get Delaware without Caesar?
What a bastardly bunch we are.
Now, Stephen.
Going to the tavern, Johnny. Is there anything I can do you there? Let me know.
Chase. Come on.
What's
use, John?
The boat's tomorrow. It's less than a full day left.
Roger.
It's facts, John. It's finished.
Sorry, John.
We've no other choice, John. Slavery clause has to go.
Franklin, what are you saying?
It's a luxury we can't afford.
A luxury? 500,000 souls in chains! Dr. Franklin calls it a luxury. Maybe I should have walked out of the south.
You forget yourself, sir. I founded the first anti-slavery society on this continent.
Don't wave your credentials at me. Maybe you should get them renewed.
The issue here is independence. Maybe you've lost sight of that fact, but I have not. How dare you jeopardize our cause when we have come so far? These men, no matter how much we disagree with them, are not ribbon clerks to be ordered about. They are proud, accomplished men, the cream of their colonies. And whether you like it or not, they and the people they represent will be a part of this new country you'd hope to create. Either start learning how to live with them or pack up and go home. But in any case, stop acting like a Boston fishwife.
What has happened to me? John Adams, the great John Adams. Wise man of the East. What have I come to? My law practice is down the pipe. My farm is mortgaged to the hilt, and a stage in life when other men prosper. I'm reduced to living in Philadelphia. Philadelphia! Oh, Abigail, what am I going to do?
Do, John?
I need your help.
You don't usually ask my advice.
Yes, well, there doesn't appear to be anyone else just now.
Very well, John. What is it?
The entire South has just walked out of this Congress. George Washington is on the verge of total annihilation. The precious cause for which I have labored these several years has come to nothing. And it appears I'm obnoxious and disliked.
Oh, nonsense, John.
That I refuse to face reality.
Foolishness, John.
That I'm pig-headed.
Ah, well, there you have it, John. I'm afraid you are pig-headed.
Has it been any sort of life for you, Abby? God knows I haven't given you much.
I never asked for more. After all, I'm Mrs. John Adams. That's quite a lot for one lifetime.
Is it, Abby?
Oh, think of it, John. To be married to the man who's always first in line to be hanged.
Yes, the agitator. Why, Abby? You must tell me what it is. I've always been dissatisfied, I know that. But lately, I find that I reek of discontentment. It fills my throat and floods my brain. And sometimes I fear that there's no longer a dream, just the discontentment.
Oh, John. Can you really know so little about yourself? And can you think so little of me that you believe I married the man you described? Have you forgotten what you used to say to me? I haven't. Commitment, Abby, commitment. There are only two creatures of value on the face of this earth. Those with a commitment and those who require the commitment of others. You remember, John?
I remember.
Mr. Adams?
What?
These are for you.
Well, now wait a minute. What are they?
Well, there are 50 more of them at the card.
What's in them? Who sent them?
Compliments of the Concord Ladies Coffee Club and the sisterhood of the Truro Synagogue.
is in those cakes?
Saltpeter! John!
Mayor, I want you to go out and buy every damn pin in Philadelphia. Pin? What sort of pin? I don't know, whatever ladies use in their sewing. And get these and all those cakes to the young man, quick with you. Franklin, give them. What are you just sitting around for?
John, didn't you hear a word I said before?
Oh, never mind all that. Here's what you gotta do.
John, I'm not even speaking to you.
It's too late for that, damn it! There's work to be done. Time's running out. Get up, get out of your chairs. Tomorrow is here. Too late for despair. Jefferson, talk to Rutledge, talk. If it takes all night, keep talking. Talk and talk and talk. You're both Southern aristocrats, gentlemen. If you listen to anyone, he'll listen to you. Franklin, time's running out.
I know, get out of my chair. Do I have to talk to Wilson?
Yes, you do. If it takes all night, keep talking.
Talk and talk and talk.
Getting away from Dickinson is the only way to do it.
I'm still from Massachusetts, John. You know where I stand. I'll do whatever you say.
No. You're the president of Congress. Hancock, you're a fair man. Stay that way. Mr. Thompson, out of curiosity, do you stand with Mr. Dickinson or do you stand with me?
I stand with the general. Lately, I've had the oddest feeling he's been writing to me. I have been in expectation of receiving a reply on the subject of my last 15 dispatches. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Is anybody there? Your humble and obedient
Are you hungry, John?
No, I think I'll stay.
Good night, then.
Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? They want me to quit. They say, John, give up the fight. Still to England I say, good night, whatever, good night. For I have crossed the Rubicon. Let the bridge be burned behind me. Come what may, come what may. Come in next! The croakers will say we'll rue the day. There'll be hell to pay in fiery purgatory. Through all the gloom, I can see the rays of ravishing light and glory. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? I see fireworks. I see the pageant and pomp and parade. I hear the bells ringing out. I hear the cannons roar. I see America how the silent chamber is. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see?
Yes, Miss Adams. I do.
Dr. Hall, I didn't really...
Sorry if I've startled you. I couldn't sleep. In trying to resolve my dilemma, I remembered something that I once read. That a representative knows the people not only his industry, but his judgment. And he betrays them if he sacrifices it to their opinion. As if it were a member of the British Parliament.
Gentlemen, the Congress will now vote on Virginia's resolution on independence. Thank you for coming, Caesar, and God bless you, sir. Call the roll, Mr. Thompson, and I would remind you, gentlemen, that a single nay vote will defeat the motion. Mr. Thompson.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire says yay.
New Hampshire says yay. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts says yay.
Massachusetts says yay. Rhode Island.
Rhode Island says yay.
Rhode Island says yay. Connecticut.
Connecticut says yay.
Connecticut says yay. New York.
New York abstains courteously.
New York abstains.
Courteously.
New Jersey.
New Jersey says yay.
New Jersey says yay. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
Mr. Secretary, Pennsylvania's not ready yet. Come back to us later.
Pennsylvania passes. Delaware.
Delaware, by majority vote, says yay.
Well done, sir. Delaware says yay. Maryland.
Maryland says yay.
Maryland says yay. Virginia.
Virginia says yay.
Virginia says yay. North Carolina.
North Carolina yields to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Well, Mr. Adams?
Well, Mr. Rutledge?
Mr. Adams, you must believe I will do what I have promised to do.
What do you want, Rutledge?
Remove the offending passage from your declaration.
If we did that, we would be guilty of what we ourselves are rebelling against.
Nevertheless, sir, remove it, or South Carolina will bury now and forever your dream of independence.
John, I beg you to consider what you are doing.
Mark me, Franklin. If we give in on this issue, austerity will never forgive us.
That's probably true. But we won't hear a thing. John will be long gone. Besides, what will posterity think we were? Demigods? We are men. No more, no less. Trying to get a nation started under greater odds than a more generous God would have allowed. John, first things first. Independence. America. For if we do not secure that, what difference will the rest make?
Jefferson, say something.
What else is there to do?
Well, man, you wrote the thing.
I wrote all of it, Mr. Adams.
There it is. You got your slavery, Rutledge. Little good may it do you. Now vote, damn you.
Mr. Secretary, the fair colony of South Carolina says yea.
South Carolina says yea.
North Carolina says yea.
North Carolina says yea. Georgia.
Georgia says yea.
Georgia says yea. Pennsylvania, second call.
Mr. President, Pennsylvania regrets all of the inconvenience that such distinguished men as Adams, Franklin, and Jefferson were put to just now. They might have kept their document intact for all the difference it will make. Mr. President, Pennsylvania says...
Just a moment. I ask that the delegation be polled.
Mr. Franklin, don't be absurd.
A poll, Mr. President, is a proper request.
Yes, it is. Poll the delegation, Mr. Thompson.
Dr. Benjamin Franklin.
Yea.
Mr. John Dickinson.
Nay.
Mr. James Wilson. Judge Wilson.
There it is, Mr. Wilson. It's up to you now. The whole question of American independence rests squarely on your shoulders. An entirely new nation, Mr. Wilson, waiting to be born or to die in birth, all on your say-so. What will it be, Mr. Wilson? Every map maker in the world is waiting for your decision.
Now, James, nothing has changed. You mustn't let Dr. Franklin create one of his confusions. The question is clear.
Most questions are clear when someone else has to decide them.
It would be a shame for a man who handed down hundreds of wise decisions from the bench to be remembered for the one unwise decision he made here in Congress.
James, you're keeping everybody waiting. The secretary has called for your vote.
Please don't push me, John. I know what you want me to do. Mr. Adams is correct about one thing. I'm the one who will be remembered for it.
What do you mean?
I'm different from you, John. I'm different from most of the men here. I don't want to be remembered. I just don't want the responsibility.
Yes, well, whether you want it or not, James, there's no way of avoiding it.
Not necessarily. If I go with them, I will be one among dozens. No one will ever remember the name James Wilson. But if I go with you, I'll be remembered as the man who prevented American independence. I'm sorry, John, I did not bargain for that.
Is that how new nations are formed? A non-entity trying to preserve the anonymity he so richly deserves.
Nations come into this world like bastard children, Mr. Dickinson, half improvised and half compromised. Our side has provided the compromise. And now, Judge Wilson is supplying the rest.
James.
I'm sorry, John. My vote is yea.
Pennsylvania says yea. The count being 12 to none with one abstention, the resolution on independence is adopted.
It's done. It's done.
Mr. Thompson, is the declaration ready to be signed?
It is.
Then I suggest we do so. And the chair further proposes for our mutual security and protection that no man be allowed to sit in this Congress without attaching his name to it.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. I cannot in good conscience sign such a document. I will never stop hoping for for our eventual reconciliation with England. Because, in my own way, I regard America no less than does Mr. Adams. I will join the army and fight in her defense, even though I believe that fight to be hopeless. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the Congress, I say ye, John Dickinson.
Gentlemen, are there any objections to the declaration being approved as it now stands?
I have one, Mr. Hancock.
You, Mr. Adams.
Mr. Jefferson, as it happens, the word is unalienable, not inalienable.
Sorry, Mr. Adams, inalienable is correct.
I happen to be a Harvard grad.
And I attended William and Mary, Mr. Adams.
Gentlemen, please. Mr. Jefferson, will you yield to Mr. Adams' request?
No, sir, I will not.
Very well. I withdraw here.
Good for you, John.
I will speak to the printer about later.
Very well, gentlemen. Mr. Thompson. We are about to brave the storm in a skiff made of paper. How it will all end, God only knows.
That's a pretty large signature, Johnny.
So Fat George in London can read it without his glasses. All right, gentlemen, step right up. Don't miss your chance to commit treason.
Hancock is right. This paper is our passport to the gallows. But there's no backing out now, for if we do not hang together, we shall most assuredly hang separately.
For me, Henry may not be so bad. One snap will be over just like that. But look at Reed there. He'll be dancing a jig long after I'm gone.
Gentlemen, forgive me if I don't join in the merriment, but if we are arrested now, my name is still the only one on the damn thing.
From the Commander, Army of the United Colonies, Army of the United States. In New York, dispatch number 1209. To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. I can now report with some certainty that the eve of battle in New York is near at hand. Toward this end, I have ordered the evacuation of Manhattan and directed our defenses to take up stronger positions on the Brooklyn Heights. At the present time, my forces consist entirely of Haslet's Delaware militia and Smallwood's Marylanders, a total of 5,000 troops to stand against 25,000 of the enemy. And I begin to notice that many of them are lads, under 15, and old men, none of whom truly could be called soldiers. One personal note to Mr. Lewis Morris of New York. I must regretfully report that his estates have been totally destroyed, but that I have taken the liberty of transporting Mrs. Morris and 8 of the children to Connecticut and safety. The 4 older boys are now enlisted in the Continental Army. As I write these words, the enemy is plainly in sight beyond the river. How it will end, only Providence can direct. But dear God, what brave men I shall lose before this business ends. Your obedient, G. Washington.
Mr. President.
Mr. Morris?
The hell with New York. I'll sign it anyway.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Stephen, sit down.
No, I want to remember each man's face as he signs.
Very well. Mr. Thompson.
New Hampshire, Dr. Josiah Bartlett. Massachusetts, Mr. John Adams. Rhode Island, Mr. Stephen Hopkins. Connecticut, Mr. Roger Sherman. New York, Mr. Lewis Morris. New Jersey, the Reverend Jonathan Witherspoon. Pennsylvania, Dr. Benjamin Franklin. Delaware, Mr. Caesar Rodney. Maryland, Mr. Samuel Chase. Virginia, Mr. Thomas Jefferson. North Carolina, Mr. Joseph Hughes. South Carolina,